E.N.D here. With the end of War of the Spark, we have ended a story that have gone back to quite a number of sets. Now, with War of the Spark that have ended with the defeat of Nicol Bolas and the victory of Ravnica and the Gatewatch, what will the future reserves in Magic the Gathering? Obviously, I don't believe that we'll still go and visit Ravnica. This is the third time we went on Ravnica, Return to Ravnica and Guilds of Ravnica. So I don't believe that in the next sets we will still be on Ravnica. Therefore, which planes will be visiting again in the future sets? I believe, and this is only speculation based on my research, the next set that will be released in Magic the Gathering, the set that will be released in autumn 2019, because next July and next June is Modern Horizons and July is Core Set 2020. Therefore, the next set that will be based on a plane of Magic the Gathering will be in autumn 2019. I believe that that particular set will be in a new plane, a totally new plane that we never visited again, and I have only two options. One is Vryn. Vryn is the home plane of Jace, and the other is the home plane of Theo. We have seen Theo in War of the Spark. Also, he's one of the main protagonists of War of the Spark, where thanks to his shield he managed to defend the Gatewatch for certain attacks from the Dreadhorde army, from the Eternals. So I believe that we will go to Vryn or to the home plane of Theo. We have seen a little bit of some insight of the home plane of Theo, where we've seen that it rains a rain of diamonds, and therefore would be interesting to go back on that particular plane. Also, I believe that the set will be a standalone set, and one off set on that particular plane probably will be named after that plane, and then we'll move on to other planes. And now is back to my speculation. I believe that in the future, and it's quite in the near future, we'll be visiting three particular planes that we have been already on these planes. One of them is, and this is one of the most speculated, I think we'll be going back on Lorwyn. Lorwyn is one of the most beloved plane in Magic the Gathering. Unfortunately, Lorwyn has a very, very low print run. At the time, Magic the Gathering had quite, and the economy was quite on the downturn, and therefore not a lot of people were buying and playing Magic the Gathering. Nowadays, we have a quite boom for Magic the Gathering, and therefore a lot of players missed Lorwyn. If you see a Lorwyn set, if you see the cards that have proliferate from Lorwyn, you see there's a vast amount of good cards, very strong cards, and this set has a lot of lore and interesting mechanic. Therefore, I believe, and a lot of you would like to go back on Lorwyn. There's another plane that I believe we're going back. This is quite a little bit of controversial plane. This is one of the most set that I really loved. At the time I was playing Magic the Gathering. It is quite an old plane. It is quite an old set. I believe it's 2001 or 2002. And I'm talking about Kamigawa. And this is a sealed box of Kamigawa. The set was released quite time ago, I believe 2002 or 2003, and at that time the set was quite controversial, but it is one of those sets that I really loved. And Kamigawa is one of those sets that Mark Rosewater said they did a lot of mistakes. Therefore, and also confirmed, this thing was confirmed by Mark Rosewater, we would probably in the future go back on Kamigawa. It will be interesting because a lot of new players of this time never played with these cards. These cards, they are quite expensive nowadays. A sealed box is going around $500, and therefore it would be nice to go back on Kamigawa and taste a little bit of the lore and fragrance of that set. Last but not least, this is the third set, the third plane that I would think in the future we will go on it, and that is Phyrexia. Phyrexia, nowadays the plane of Phyrexia at that some time ago was called Mirrodin. Now it's called Phyrexia, new Phyrexia. Phyrexia is, or Mirrodin is, the birth plane of Karn, and therefore, considering that Mirrodin was transformed in new Phyrexia in the last set regarding Mirrodin, and I believe we will go back again for the third time on Mirrodin / Phyrexia, and probably this time we'll see a victory from the Gatewatch, and finally the Phyrexians will be destroyed, and Phyrexia will be again named Mirrodin, and Mirrodin will flourish again. Leave me a comment below. What planes or which planes will go and visit in the future sets of Magic the Gathering? And subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.